on the cloud, and then we will be taken to this page. After then, this is the login, where you have to enter your login details which CargoWise has provided. So let me put here, sorry. So if you can see, there are SOF PRD and SOF TRN. So in today's session, I'm going to execute it through our test system, through our training system. So I'm going to click on the training TRN. So till it's open, I just want to give you a brief. Like if you will open your production system, you will be directly taken to the CargoWise main screen. But if you will click on training system, then you have to enter your second login credential. So you can see the second, it's asking for second login. So I will enter my password. Okay, so this is a CargoWise screen, and this is the jump screen, which is actually the shortcuts, you can say, to go inside any module. So it has been divided into three parts, like favorites, recent items, and recent modules. So these recent items are those which I have, like just now I have visited there. Recent modules are also, like the name specify, that these are the recent modules which I have just clicked over there. And the favorites, so if you can see at the left side of each of the modules, there are the star. So if I will click on this star, it will be added to the favorites. And there is also one search screen, which can be done through Control F, or you can simply click here and you can enter any keywords. So it will display all those things wherever the sales, like I have entered the sales, so wherever the sales are coming, it will populate over here. Okay. uh, Fine. So the next is operate, manage, and maintain. Okay, so maintain is basically the things where we are having the administration kind of activities, like organization master creation, security rights, registry settings, workflows. These all are in our maintain system. The next is the manage, where all those things related to sales and accounting is the modules which are related to that are here in the manage. And then we are having operate, which is the operational modules, like forwarding, customs, transport, warehouse, everything is there, liner agency. Okay, so till here, any doubt anybody has?
No, nothing as such. Only that two logins that you have mentioned. It will
Yeah.
be two logins always. Whenever.
Two logins for the training. Means if you will click on that TRN, then there will be you will be taken to the second login. And if you will click on PRD, then directly you will be taken to this screen, to the CargoWise screen. So once you will get that Wise Cloud on your system, you will be familiar with all these things. Okay.
Okay. Okay. That's it. Nothing from my end.
Yeah. So, okay. So, Ekta, you are leading this meeting. So, can I ask that how you come to know about the shipment and imports?
Okay, so in with regards to that, we get a pre-alert. I mean, before pre-alert, we get the loaded report from the agents that so and so container has been loaded, and then we received the pre-alerts from the agents.
Okay. So, the first step is the pre-alert.
Yes, before that also it's onboard and loaded report that we receive.
Okay. And how's the sales perform in imports? Like sales are having any activities in the report, sorry, on this import, or mm, they are just confined to the export business? Do they bring the imports business as well?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
fine, fine. So for the means I think day before yesterday we were having a call with the sales guys. So to them we have explained that how can they enter their all details. So we have stopped till the quotation is generated and the quotation is approved. The quotation is final from the client. Okay. So let me go inside that. So there are two things. One is the one-off quote. The next is the quotation. So one-off quote is basically the quotation we used to mean sales used to create when there will be a single trade lane with the specified number of containers and all. And quotations are those which are created when there are n number of inquiries like RFQ, like they want the freight from Nava Shiva to Chicago, and then they want another freight from Nava Shiva to Los Angeles. So like that, if you are having certain multiple queries, then the salesperson can go through quotations. So we will take the example of one of quote. So let me click here. So this is the one of quote screen, and this screen is something which is very much similar in all the modules, all your modules. This screen will be there. Here this is the filter. These are the filters, and under these filters you are having certain data which you want to see, and you can add the filters, and you can, like, here's the plus, and you can remove the filters from here minus. So once you will click on find, so you will get all those results. Okay, so these all parts will be explained to you in detail in our further sessions. So right now I'm going inside one of the code which sales has created for imports. Okay, so now if you can see here, the one of quote screen has been opened. So like operations don't have to do anything. Sales will do, and they will be converting it to the to booking. Okay, so I will click on this button. So if you can see, we have been taken to new screen, which is the booking with quote. Okay, and here all those information from one of quote is populating over here, like client, shipper, consignee, and origin, destination, modes, everything. Okay, so now if you can see, there are certain other columns as well which has been added, like additional terms, like any kind of terminologies which you are using inside your company between you and your agent, you can put here. Then we are having the service level. So there are certain default service levels which CargoWise has there in their system, but you can also create your own. So there are, I think, 4 to 5 service levels which are defined inside the system, like door to door, direct shipment, deferred shipment, like that. So service level column is also there. The next we are having shipper's reference. Any reference which is with the shipper you can put over here. Otherwise you can keep it blank, like suppose for the invoice number or anything. Then we are having descriptions, marks and numbers. Like descriptions are the goods description, marks and numbers. Like these all terms are very much clear in itself. Like this is the process flow discussion, so I'm not going to tell about the data entry and each and everything. So these all are the things, like here we are having estimated pickup, estimated delivery. So these things, if you are having the information, put it here, otherwise you can keep it blank. Okay, at the bottom if you can see, it's a FCL sea freight. So at the bottom, containers column is there. If it's LCL or loose cargo, then we are having LCL or air shipment, then we can put the details in the loose cargo. Okay, so fine. So the next screen is additional details. So this is the additional details. So where you will find origin, destination, then load port to discharge port, ETD, ETA. Then we are having sailing summary. If you can see guys here, pickup address and delivery address. So this pickup address and delivery address, it has taken from the shipper and consignee, which we have entered in the means our sales guy has entered in this in that one of code. So here we are having pickup address and delivery address. At the bottom, if you can see, we are having some certain kind of services. If the client is availing, then you can put like fumigation, container cleaning, or washing and anything. Okay. And these drop down can be also customized as per your requirement. If there are certain services which are not mentioned here, so we can add on that. Similarly, at the right, you can see, sorry, reference numbers, like for the country of issue US, it will automatically take US because I have logged in through US company. And here, AMS number, customs office code. Okay, so anything if you want, you can means anything which is there in the document, you can enter over here. Then at the right side, if you can see, we are having book date. So book date, it will take by default from today's date, 25th of Feb. Then client required ETA, means when this client require ETA, means ETA means ETD and ETA. I guess I don't know whether you are aware of it or not. It is the estimated time of departure, and ETA is the estimated time of arrival.
Yes, we are aware.
Okay, fine. Fine. So these all are the details, like where is the warehouse receipt date, interim receipt, CFS reference, booking party. So these all are the information which you are having with yourself. You can put it there. Otherwise, you can keep it blank also. The next pages, custom field. Custom fields are like I think this particular tab is there in all the modules, almost all the modules. This is something which CargoWise has given. Some of the, like suppose any of the column is not present in this module, so we can customize that column, and that column can come over here. So this is a particular tab which CargoWise has given to almost all the modules. So this part we will discuss later on. The next is the document selection, that like what are the documents you want, like forwarding a standard pricing page or shipping a standard pricing page. So we can add these pages to the top, and we can remove some of the pages by clicking over here. Okay, then workflow and tracking, I don't think I should touch it now. Okay, now the next part is the quote charges. So now this is the same charges which the salesperson has sent the quotation to their client. So this will also come at your operational level, and you can see the profit margin. Okay, is that clear? Okay, the next part is addresses. Suppose you want to put any other address, so which is, yeah, hello.
I want to go back. Can you go back to the
uh,
code changes?
Code charges, yeah, yes.
I just want to understand like
Hmm.
how to enter and how does it calculate?
Yeah, how does it calculate? There are certain ways of calculating. One way is you can enter the charges manually. The other way is you have asked, so I am telling you that the other way is you can simply right click, and there is quick calculate. You can just click on the quick calculate, and you can update the cost and sell, and the rates will come over here. And there is one more way that is the auto rating option. Okay, so the auto rating option will be available once your quotation or your buy rates and sell rates are there in the at the pricing tariffing stage. So if the costing and revenue is present there with the same trade lane, then auto rating will work. So these are the three ways on how you can you can bill to the client.
Okay, and the buy
So
and sell is on the same line, right?
yeah, it's on the same line.
Okay.
Okay, and Ekta, I just want to confirm that this is the rate which has been sold to the client, so it has taken from there only. Okay,
Okay.
fine.
I am asking because there might be
Yeah,
some additional charges as well, like apart from
yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah.
put in. So like
Yes, yes.
that
So
can.
you can, yeah, you can add on. You can add on here. Yeah. Fine. So the next we were discussing about addresses. So suppose there are few address which is not available at the details tab or additional details tab. So CargoWise has given some addresses option, like what I'm doing here. I'm just right click, and if you can see, add notify party 2, notify party 3. So we can add notify party here. The next is the eDocs. So this is also one of the tab which is there available in all the modules. So this is the eDocs where you can drag and drop your documents here, or you can browse the documents from the system, or you can copy paste also. Okay. The next we are having notes. So note, suppose anything you want to address anything, so you can suppose any special instruction you want to give, so you can take any of the headers like special instructions, and you can put the special instructions at the bottom. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to save this file. So guys, still here, any doubt? Because the next part which I'm going to tell is something which is very, very important. So let me know if you are having any doubt on this booking stage.
So this is only a booking stage, right? It is
Yeah,
not
this.
for operational operation to enter the details in the
Huh, yes, yes, no. Like operations, it's all up to the operations whether they want to enter. But yes, if you will enter here, then the further on process for further departments will be eased down. If you will put as much information as you have over here, then you know the screens are interconnected to other modules, which I will be showing you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
fine, understood, no? Yeah.
Yes.
Fine. So, okay, let me check it's saved. Yeah. So now here I'm having the actions tab. Uh, so I will click on actions, and you can see, oh, sorry, you can see there are certain action to do action points, like there is one consolidate, add to existing console, print booking, convert to shipment. So I would just want to tell you that this is the booking stage. Booking means it's the booking, like it's a, it's a pre-screen of shipment. Okay, so if I will click on convert to booking, sorry, convert to shipment, then this booking screen will goes as a shipment. Now, what is shipment? Shipment is all the information you are having for house bill of lading will be the shipment. Okay, and consolidate. Consolidation is all the master data, all the master related information with this shipment is consolidated. Okay, so what I will do, I will go to consolidate. So there are certain options. Suppose if there is any console which is already existing in your system, suppose you have made any you have created any console in advance, so we can uh, add this booking to that existing console. Okay, then we are having convert to shipment. So once we will convert it to shipment, booking means this booking will be converted to shipment, and it will be no more booking, like it will be converted to shipment then. Okay, and when we will consolidate, it means from this window, from this booking window, you will be going to get your console as well as shipment. Okay, so I am clicking over here. Okay, so if you can see, uh, we have been landed to this new console page. This is the console page. Okay, and at the bottom, that particular booking with the details of shipper and consignee has been attached as a shipment in a single click. Okay. Understood till here?
Yes, Sundari.
Okay, fine. So now the consolidation, suppose you got the pre-alert, and based on that pre-alert, you can enter all the data like console type, whether it's agent, shipment, or direct shipment, co-load, or okay. The next we are having the transport mode. So these information like transport mode, container mode, first load, last discharge, these all have been taken from booking. So it is advisable if you can enter as much information as you have at the booking stage. Okay. Then load port, discharge port. Now see, there I have not entered any ETD. So it's coming here that we have to enter at least estimated time of departure, estimated time of arrival over here. Then we have also not entered their voyage and vessel, so we will be entering here. Okay. Then guys, vessels are something which are by default given by means CargoWise is having default vessels, and suppose if any vessels are missing there, so we can create a new one. Now ETD, suppose, sorry, NET. Fine. Then we are having bill of lading, payment, is it prepaid or collect, service level, screen, and at the right side you can see here we are having organization, like sending agent, receiving agent. Okay. And the carrier, it has taken from your that booking screen. Then creditor, carrier booking reference number. So whatsoever information you are having, you can put over here. Now in import case, it will ask you, like in the import case, my shipment is going from Nhava Sheva to Chicago, and at the departure it will ask last foreign port. So I will mention the last foreign port as Nhava Sheva only. Okay, guys, you are familiar with this 5 letter which I am putting here. I'm sorry, I could not able to. I thought that you are familiar. So are
See,
you?
yes,
Yeah.
most of them are aware about it, but not everyone might,
Hmm.
go through at glance. So it is, it might take time. But
Uh-huh.
that's what my question was actually. It was just, I was just thinking like, can we get a display of the port name instead?
Uh-huh. Like see, in inside the CargoWise, most of the things are like they are the shortcuts, means in the short form like INNSA. So this is the means UN loco, unique location code of Nhava Sheva. Suppose if you are not aware that what is the 5 letter code of Nhava Sheva, so here is the 3 dots. You have to click over here, and let me clear this, and you can put the port name, and there are options to search like contains I am putting here, and I am putting Shiva, so it will come like this. Got it?
Yes, so it will reflect as well, right? Over
Yeah,
on.
it will reflect, means you can search, and then you have to select this, either double click over here or single click and OK. So it will come here.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. So these all are the details: arrival, CTO address, CFS address, receipt requested, dispatch requested. So whatever information you are having, please put it over here. Otherwise, you can keep it blank. The next page is routing, where you have to mention the correct routing, as this is my dummy system. So I have entered anything like I have entered a vessel, and I have entered a load and discharge with the estimated time of departure as well as arrival. uh, and I know in your live system you will be having the correct information, so it's advisable that you should enter the correct information. So once you will enter the correct information, at this point, then there is a records starts there, means the records, like starts generating at the backend. At the bottom, if you can see at the bottom, we are having origin details, destination details. So there are so many things to be entered. Like you are having the information, you can enter those all things. The next part is the containers. So container information you have to enter here. And at the bottom, you can see the tear weight is there, seal number, type and mode it has taken from the booking screen. The next part, if you can see here, if it's a reefer container, you can put the reefer, temperature points and all. Then we are having this export process, import process, that these all processes will be explained to you in our later session, that these are all are the things which will be automatically get updated, means most of the things which will automatically get updated. Okay, then the next we are having the packing. So packing means for this container, how many packages are there inside this shipment. So these all things, like I will be showing you the shipment, and then these things will be clear to you. Then workflow tracking, I will not yeah. Then the next we are having AMS. So when I will click on AMS, because my destination is US, this tab will be there. Suppose my destination is something else, then this tab will be not displayed. So once I will click on AMS, it will ask me, do you want to create AMS data? So if I will click yes, then it will take me to the AMS. So if you can see, Ekta, that how the screens are like interconnected. So this, I think, AMS part is being done by some other department, which we have discussed in our first session. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Then
Survi,
here, yeah,
just a question. So
yeah, yeah.
when you just put the AMS, you say that you have to file the AMS and you click in, and
Hmm.
it takes you to the AMS data. Then after that, what are the steps? Like, do you have elaborate
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
can you just
Yeah.
go there?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so this is all what you have to enter, and then the AMS is filed.
Yes, AMS is file. There are certain kind of settings which we have to do at the backend. Uh, with the CargoWise also, we have to coordinate with CargoWise. And if you can see, Mithilesh, here, most of the details will come from the details which the operation guy has entered uh, in the console level. So these all are the details. Like once this is done, you can submit AMS from here. And yes, you will get the results also. Like I think it's a 1Y3Z. Uh,
Okay, another question that we have is a lot of our effort is goes on tracking the containers, whether especially in case of connecting vessels, whether the container
uh,
has been connected or not, and whether we need to refile the AMS or make changes. So is that done automatically on CargoWise, or we have to again do it manually only?
like container tracking is there. But for AMS, suppose you have filed AMS for the coming vessel and your shipment got rolled over to another. So in that case, you have to refile the AMS. That you have to do manually. But yes, container tracking is there. It will get updated automatically.
Parag, so will this help you? Parag, you have a question, anyways. So will this help us in any way, or we have to still do the manual work again and again?
Yeah,
At least here will be able to track. So what is your take on this?
Yeah, that was my point. So we once I filed the AMS for vessel
Hmm.
00CL Kobe, and now it is rolled over to some other vessel, next week
Hmm.
vessel. So
Hmm.
do we get a prompt from CargoWise system that the vessel shipment has been rolled over to next vessel?
Yes, you will get the notification that the shipment has been, means the vessel has been changed and the vessel date has been changed. But for AMS, Parag, what you have to do, you have to, means like, just a second, guys. Let me save this and I will take you. It's giving me error. Yeah, so from the dashboard screen, like just a second. From the dashboard screen, we are having filter where you have to keep on checking. Or yes, if you want something like that, like a report kind of thing that should come to you, then that can be done. If you want any notification, that can be done from SFL side. Means we can apply certain kind of triggers. I don't know, this screen has been freezed. Hello, my voice is clear?
Yes.
Okay, just a second, guys. I think I have to reshare the screen.
Survi, are you there?
Hello. Yeah, I'm here. Actually, my screen got freeze, so I have just end the task. Let me open it once again. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience.
No problem.
Fine, so I'm sharing my screen again. Mm, it's okay. Okay, so Parag, your question was how will you check? So, I hope my screen is visible to all.
Yes.
Okay, so if you can see here, this is the main filter screen, and from here, drop down, we are having the status, AMS bill status. So, like suppose we are having not on file, and if you will find it, then you will get all those shipments which are not on file, which are on file. So this is the one way. Another way is that we can also apply some triggers based on your condition. And the third way can be we can means schedule a report so that you can check that what are the AMS has been filed and what are pending, what are is yet to be filed.
No, no. So we actually, my question is, once we submit the AMS, okay, so
Mm-hmm.
we will get a report from the this system that it is accepted, okay.
Yeah.
So, and if unfortunately due to some reason the container does not get loaded, so how I will come to know whether this container is been rolled over to the next vessel? Do we get it
Yeah.
from? That is my main question.
Parag, I think like you have to keep on checking that uh,
That's
for
means
that.
you mean to say we have to
You
check manually on
you
that
have
website?
yeah, you have to check, but like I have given you certain options, like we can fire one trigger to your email that this vessel have been your container has not been loaded to this vessel. So from that you can come to know that okay, my container has not been loaded and I have to file it for next vessel.
Okay, so if we can push a trigger for double O
Hmm.
OCL Kobe, 10 containers were filed. So how many has been loaded? So we can get a report once the loading is done by the liner. So
we
that can
can
be done.
Yes, Parag, we can do that. Means right now I am just listening to you and I am just giving the solution. But yes, whatever is will be your condition, you have to clarify all those conditions, and then my team can do like we are having a separate team for this trigger option, and yes, they can set up the trigger, and that trigger can fire on your email.
Okay. Okay. And second thing,
Yeah.
once the AMS is filed, and if you want to file the ISF, so do we have to do a re-entry, or the same AMS ISF AMS data can be transferred to the ISF entry?
Uh, okay, Parag, I will show you that. Actually, ISF is something like I just want one query. Like ISF, you are sending to consignee only. You are not filing ISF,
No, we
isn't
are
it?
filing. We are filing.
Okay, so you are having type 8 continuous bond.
Yeah. So
Oh,
what we do, we have a system. So
hmm.
we file AMS and ISF in that thing. We take a for ISF, we take a power of attorney and
Hmm.
details what are required, and
Yeah.
accordingly we file in the system.
Okay, so okay, fine. So like in the ISF, I will show you that how can we file ISF because ISF is something which is not connected from here, but I will show you that how can you do that. Okay. So just a second. It's again freezing. I don't know why. I don't know what is going like my system is freezing. Okay, just a second. So once I will save this, Sudama, if you can share your screen, I don't know why my screen is freezing today. Uh, Sudama, are you there? Sudama, hello.
Yes, I'm just sharing my screen.
Yeah, please share the screen and open 1362. Sudama, the console has not been saved, so it will not come there. You have to go in the booking only, which is created today. Consolidate it. Sudama, put A plus, A plus. A and then equals to bar. No, 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 not like that. Just a second. Give me the control then. Sudama, you can search also. Pick any of the vessel. Yeah. And in the departure, put last foreign port as Nhava Sheva. And then save this. Okay, EBL. So, that console is not created, Sudama.
It is created.
It is
Okay,
created.
wait.
Yes, this one. Third from the bottom. Okay. So if you can see, console number is created and a shipment ID is also given. So um, these console number and shipment number, they can be like customized as per your your company's requirement. Okay.
Okay.
Now, Sudama, if you can go to the documents. And go to the arrival. So, yeah, go to the shipment docs. Okay, so there are certain documents which maybe in your is of your uses. If you can see here. So, Ekta, if I can ask, what are the documents you means you deliver to your client, to your consignee?
The first one is will be arrival notices,
Arrival notice,
delivery order,
DO. Okay,
yes,
that's
and
it. No?
the
Yeah.
proof of delivery and whatever
Okay,
Okay.
proof of delivery. Okay.
Sorry, that is an external document, but from out of the system, it's an arrival notice, invoice, and the delivery order.
Hmm. Okay,
For
fine. So
export, if it's there, then pre-alert. Additional, I
pre
mean, additional pre-alert.
pre-alert, Ekta, you receive from your agent from the origin, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So Sudama, you close this. So as we have told that go to the e-docs. Uh, so whatever pre-alert means pre-alert you receive, you can upload your documents over here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and fine. So now, Sudama, if you can go to the details and go inside the shipment. So now see, guys, from single one-off quote, we were able to create, all those operational modules, means all those operational things as well. So now we have been taken to this shipment screen. So house bill of lading, I hope in imports you will be entering that manually. So you can enter it manually. Sudama, you can enter. And then at the bottom, there are so many of the columns. So these columns can be, Sudama, just a second, Sudama, don't move here and there. Yeah, just a second. Wait here. Yeah, wait here. So there are all those things for the data entry, and whatever things which is not required here, we can simply remove that from our workflow screen layout. Now, guys, if you can see at the right side, there is the custom fields option. So like suppose anything which is not present in your means in your view, which should be present in the CargoWise, but it's not there in their default system. So as I have explained, we can create custom fields. Okay, now the next tab is additional detail. So here you can see the consolidation which has been created a few seconds back is here. Then here we are having notified party and services, reference numbers, everything is there. Okay, any question till here?
So this is basically a house bill screen, right?
This is yeah, you can say, means these are the additional details. Suppose if you don't want to see many of these information, or if your staff will get confused, so we can, we can simply remove this. Even we can remove the tab from here. Suppose you don't want to see routing, or at the shipment level you don't want to see packing, pickup, or whatever you don't want to see, we can remove it, but basic registration will be there.
Okay.
Okay, so like screens can also be, the layouts can also be designed by yourself from workflow and tracking.
Mhm.
Okay, so Sudama, if you can save this, I think there is some error in the billing, I think with the department. Okay, revenue. Make it as a, yeah, make it as a, make it receivable. Now, fine. So now I have saved this shipment. Now, Ekta, if you can see at the top, we are having documents. So Sudama, just click on the documents and click on the arrival. So, and show the arrival notice at the bottom. So Ekta, if you can see here, just preview it. If you can see here, this is the system generated arrival notice. So suppose if you don't like its you know the designing, or any details are missing which is mandatory to be there, so we can customize this document as per your requirement, but this is the system generated arrival notice.
Okay.
Okay, and okay, fine. So Ekta, when you deliver this arrival notice to the client?
7 days prior.
7 days prior to arrival.
Yes.
Okay, and when you release the DO?
DO probably like 3 to 4 days prior of arrival.
Okay, means there is no any payment condition with the client, like
No,
once
it
we.
is not generally the DO that we release for the export side in for export. This is a completely a different DO. DO is
Okay.
for imports is something that we dispatch a container to the trucker.
Okay. Fine, fine. So, Sudama, if you can close and take us to the delivery order page, like on the documents only.
Okay, Surbi, just to
Yeah,
interrupt, can we have a
yeah.
report in which we can find out which are the arrival notices which are not sent yet, and 5 days prior to arrival? Can we have
Yes.
kind of reports?
Yes, means report what you can like see taking the report, Mithilesh, every day you will get the Excel sheet, and I know the staffs will not going to open. It's better if they can utilize the dashboard,
Okay.
through
But on
dash.
dashboard, we can see that.
You can, yes, yes, through dashboard you can see that okay, arrival notification, sorry, arrival notice has not been sent for these clients whose shipments are going to arrive within 7 days. So we can design the dashboard like that.
Okay, apart from downloading the Excel file,
Hmm.
do you have any triggers when to the users
Oh,
that this
ye-
is what the dependency is?
yeah. So Ekta, like cargo wise, they themselves do not provide any notification for arrival notices not been sent and all. But yes, we can, means my team can do that as per your requirement. So that will be the other team which will get connected to you, and they will, you know, notify you through the email that okay, this container is going to arrive within 7 days. Its arrival notice has not been sent yet.
Okay, can
So,
you show us standard dashboard for a customer service guy?
yes, I will show you. Just a second. Okay, fine. So do one thing, Sudama, if you can show that arrival notification dashboard. Go to the shipment. ARN. Yeah. And then ETA, I think. ETA minus 7 days means last 7 days. No, coming 7 days, no, next 7 days. Document date received. I don't think that is required. Yeah. And Mithles, if you can see that we can like put some rules as well in the dashboard that okay, this shipment is coming within 3 days and its arrival notice has not been sent. So we can like we can color that whole column with red or blue or whatever is the you know uh, means it's very much urgent and the arrival notice should be sent.
Okay, so Ekta, we need to come up with all the possible list of triggers, controls, and notification that you would want. And then we will have to talk to SFL to see what is already there in a CargoWise and what we need to additionally build in.
So Mithilesh, these are the
Yes.
dashboard which is very means like Ekta can easily handle it.
Yeah.
Like ETA, suppose like Sudama has put ETA as 25th to 4th March. It's better, Sudama, if you put T plus 7 means today plus 7. So in that way, she will come to know that okay, today plus 7 means it's 26. Then suppose it's after 7 days, what are the shipments in the pipeline? Whose arrival notification to be sent? Then suppose tomorrow she log in and you can save this layout. Sudama, if you can save this layout and you can save this layout. So whenever Ekta will go, she will, there is, if you can see besides find, there is one drop down. So whenever Ekta will open, she will drop down and she will put her own dashboard name and the results she can find.
The ETAs from the carrier's website can be also pulled here, right? Because
Yes.
it can be
Yeah.
pulled. The latest ETA can be pulled.
Yes, means as and when the ETA is changed or there is any delay, then it will be done automatically there, and you will be notified.
Notified is kind of like what we get a
Mail. You will receive one email from CargoWise itself. It's a CargoWise service. So you will receive one notification email on your Outlook.
okay.
Okay. So, okay, fine. So for DO, there is no condition for the payment that I have written. Okay, fine. So Sudama, if you can go to the shipment. So Ekta, you also you also release any cartage advice to the trucker?
No, not as such.
That's what we release. We, instead of cartridge advice, we release a DO.
Okay. Yeah, because sometimes, some companies are using some other terminologies. So,
Correct.
Sudama, if you can show the cartage advice, putting some pickup or delivery details in that tab, in the pickup and delivery tab. Any dates, any pickup transport company. Yeah, you remove that. There is some error in the billing. I don't know. Depart. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now go to the documents. Yeah. Show the cartage advice. Any other cartage advice, Sudama? Yeah. Okay. So, fine. So, is it visible, Ekta? If you can see.
Yes.
Scroll down, Sudama. So
Okay,
this
this
is,
does look
yeah.
like a trio kind of thing. I
Mm.
mean, the delivery order.
Yeah. So once once we are having any live file for your hands-on practice, then because we are not having that much of information, so the most of the columns are coming blank, blank, blank. Once we are having any demo file from your company, then we can have a proper data entry and we can generate uh, uh, cartage advice. So okay, so DO will be the cartage advice.
Okay, this is not what we actually are looking for. Basically, there is a format called delivery order, and I've seen CargoWise, delivery order as well.
Okay, okay, fine. Sudama, if you can show that delivery order. Yeah, yeah, at the top. Hmm. Okay, somebody has. Okay, delivery order with packages. Is it also restricted? Can you see?
Why would you restrict that documents?
Actually, Mithlesh, I'm so sorry. This is the test system,
Okay.
and people, the staffs used to
ये
use
है.
this one. Ekta,
Yes.
this one.
But even we can customize, right?
Yes, yes, we can customize this.
No stress, Ekta. As you want, she will get for you.
Okay. Even I want the arrival notice,
Yeah,
format
yeah.
you have currently, so that I can check what is there and what is missing.
Okay, yeah.
See,
So document check, that is also is one of our agenda. So at the back end, once the logos are approved, we will send the document check. In that you can check all those details.
Okay, Ekta, do me a favor. Anyways, I was about to tell you. So give Surabhi all the different types of documents that you are generating,
Hmm.
along and highlight the series number that the way we use,
Mhm.
and give it to Surabhi. They anyways wanted to see all our how do we what is our series for arrival notice and invoice number and house bill of lading number. So they want to see the documents on also the series, so they will have a perspective about it.
Okay. So Surbhi, you have
Yeah.
taken me from booking, which is RTW's generated booking,
Mm-hmm.
to the conversion of the
Yeah. To the
container. I mean
booking
the ship, right?
shipment. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But just in case if it is not RTW's nomination booking, then what? How do we go?
You tell me the process, then I will tell you like it's what nomination means here.
Okay, so if some like if random agent from China
Hmm.
is giving us their import file to handle, and they directly send us pre-alert, okay,
Hmm.
so then how do we start the process? Then there is no sales involved into it, right? There's
Hmm.
directly a import document, and we have to just charge maybe $75, and we're doing brokerage or trucking on their behalf. So then how
Okay.
would the process run?
So in that case, Mithilesh, see, the process can be from booking, and the process in that case you are not going to quote to your agent, isn't it?
No, we don't
see,
code because
I will
generally,
answer, Mithilesh, I will answer your question. Okay.
okay.
See, the point is that how you want to have your process for those type of shipment. See, normally I expect that you make a uniform process for everyone. Okay, if it is a free hand and your sales team has generated a quote, so then you can create your one-off quote and then convert to the booking. So you have to make it a flow as the same. Suppose it is a nomination in which you receive a pre-alert, then you can straight away go to the booking, or you can still go with the one-off quote and convert to booking and carry on with the same process. See, there are a lot of ways of creating the shipment. You can also go to the console and attach, create a shipment and attach in the console directly. Or you can straight away go to the shipment and create new shipment. But the more option you will give to the user, the more they will not follow the SOPs. So that is why that once we design the SOP, you should tell your user that you have to follow the same process, whether it is a one step or a two steps process.
Raja,
This is
these are two different set of businesses. I mean, in the agent business, most of the time you don't get to know information at the last minute. Say, for example, if the agent is supposed to send the bill of lading to us maybe 10 days prior arrival or 2 weeks prior arrival, but they miss and they send the bill of lading only 5 days prior arrival. So we can't do all these things, you know. So I think we'll have to find out a way to deal with nomination, and we have to find out to deal with working with our own business.
let's do some more discussion. Okay, when we look into the process flow for the nomination and the free hand shipment or a local shipment.
Okay.
But you can also look into connecting those agents, okay, with CargoWise directly through EDI interchange, so that you don't need to do anything. The system will
How that
automatically create.
how elaborate that process is like? Is it very difficult?
So if it is a CargoWise to CargoWise, it is not so difficult. Okay, it's just a setup which we need to do in the system, in both the system. If it is a uh, through third party system to CargoWise, then there is an adapter to be used to integrate both the system. So that adapter cost and that implementation of that solution will be a cost for that. But this will integrate both the systems, so you don't need to do anything. The moment the agent update anything, it will get updated in your system. All the milestone, shipment information, and everything can be updated. Both the
Depend how good the system they're using, right?
No, it doesn't depend upon the good the system. In which structure we are getting the data depends upon. Even
Okay.
they can provide an Excel data, still that Excel data can be converted and create a shipment inside CargoWise through the adapter. So they provided in ED effect or XML or Excel or CSV file, anything. So it's about how clean data your agent is providing.
Okay. Let's talk more about it later.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so Mithlesh, I think in the beginning of this project, you told that some of your agents are also using CargoWise, and you want to go for that E2E
Yeah,
system.
few of the agents are, yeah, and we would love to, but depend upon what is their interest level, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So are we done with this today?
Yes, we are done with this with the import part. Now, Mithlesh, we are left with some customs, some brokerage, means customs brokerage, and I think warehousing